Well, if we're looking out to sea, Josh, like we just were, the waves will break over on the right-hand side and it'll fill up on your left-hand side where the girls need to head over to the point to pick up those waves.
First event, first National Real Estate Female Board Final. We'll head down. Tess Duberly there. She's racing for the Manly Club, but she is a local. Race for Torquay last season. She'll have local knowledge and should be one to watch, but the lady in last place there, Lizzie Wellborn, an absolute star of board paddling. The girls are on and away, and a short run into the water at the moment, Jack. This is certainly going to sort things out, and Kira Kinsey there with a green board looks like she's got off to a flyer.
Well, Danielle McKenzie would be my pick, Josh, out of this bunch. She's finished third in the last two rounds. In rounds 2 and 3, Danielle McKenzie has finished in third place, and I would assume she would be hungry for a win. And have a look at the start. She's off to an absolute flyer. That's her leading away in the centre of the field.
Oh, a full board length already as they try and negotiate these waves. That they're coming out of the Southern Ocean, and they're going to be very, very strong by the time they hit our girls. The two girls on the yellow boards at the bottom, Lizzie Wellborn and Alex Budd as well. They're going stroke for stroke, trying to catch our leader. But incredibly, Danielle McKenzie, she was equal in the board race overall last year in the Summer of Surf with Jordan Mercer. And this year, she's probably the most consistent. The only girl who's finished on the podium twice, like you said. The rest of them have been made up for the likes of Jordan Mercer, Harriet Brown, Lara Moses. So a big mix here, and a little bit of consistency will go a long way towards that overall point score.
Well, Josh, two former Victorians in Kira Kinsey and Tess Duberly both headed north. Duberly's headed up to Manly this summer, and Kira Kinsey spent a couple of summers at North Burleigh, both sitting in second and third. So as you said, a bit of local knowledge, has spent a fair bit of time in this cold water down here in Victoria, and they know what it's like and what they have to do to race hard, keep warm, and put themselves in a position at this beach to win the race.
Oh, let's talk about the cold water, because you don't understand it until you have to race in it. Danielle McKenzie's wearing the skin there, the very, very long rash top, and it's a different kind of cold. It gets right into your bones, and if you're not used to it, it can really ruin your day. I've seen a lot of these Iron women and a couple of the Iron men freeze up in the past getting down here because it's just a different style of racing.
Well, we know Danielle McKenzie's going to be accustomed to it. She's going to race well in it because she's a Kiwi. She spent a lot of time over in New Zealand in the cold water as well, and this isn't going to slow her down or hold her up. She'll come into her own here, and have a look at her going away from the girls. They can't even hang on to her wash.
Oh, she doesn't mind when it's chilly, bro, that's for sure, and she's going away from the field. The Victorians trying to hang on there. Wouldn't it be something if they can get one back? We haven't seen many Victorians outside of Harriet Brown get up in the Summer of Surf in recent years. We see the Fox from Half Moon Bay in the men's ski race. He's in the mix, but now Kira Kinsey, Tess Duberly in second and third, really trying hard to get one for the Southerners. But Danielle McKenzie showing her class. She's paddled away from the field, and you don't see that very often in board racing. Usually once they're locked onto the tail, that's where it sticks.
Well, if we have a look now to the left-hand side of screen, Danielle McKenzie is heading her way back over to the point, and that'll be their ticket to ride. If they can pick up a wave and hold it through on the way home, and we can see it now. You see the white water breaking over to the left-hand side, nothing on the right-hand side of screen, and that is because those waves on the point break in the shallow water.
Lizzie Wellborn on the yellow, just in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there. I would have expected her to be further up, but maybe a slow start there. Interestingly, Naomi Scott struggled around the can. She went from about 5th or 6th place all the way back outside the top 10, and still with our leader, Danielle McKenzie. She has a quick look around, and these are long board races, Jack. They're only the 180 turn, and the girls start to spread out all over the ocean. We are riding with Naomi Scott. She's got a lot of work to do if she wants to get back into this one, but she seems to be just looking around, praying for a wave, and they're all heading out to the right there. Look at Lizzie Wellborn. Danielle McKenzie's not worried. She's straight heading for home. Still in second place, the green board. It's Kira Kinsey on the red. Tess Duberly for the new Manly Club, and that's Kirsty Higginson trying hard, but on the outside there's a wave on there. Kira Kinsey's trying to push down over the top. She won't do it. Will this open the door for Danielle McKenzie? First race of the day, and oh, maybe not. Naomi Scott's picked one up on the outside. She went the furthest to the right-hand side, and she has cracked an absolute winner. She just comes into screen there. I bet you Lizzie Wellborn's going to come down it as well. So two of the juniors, two of the young guns Victorians and the future stars of surf lifesaving are on a wave, and they're going to catch up with Danielle McKenzie, and it looks like we got some more riders on it as well. Kirsty Higginson's there, Tess Duberly as well. Maddie Spencer may have picked it up, and so has Kira Kinsey. So it's a race on here. First race of the day. There's 6 on the first wave, and we're in for a sprint finish.
Well, how exciting is this, Josh? It all came down to the wave zone, and Danielle McKenzie did everything she could do, and she's up and bunny hopping now, Josh. Will she have the legs to get to the finish?
Oh, a couple have butchered it. A couple have absolutely butchered it, but not Kira Kinsey at the top. That right-hand side seems to be the best. It's a long sprint. She's out in front and gets one for the Victorians. The North Burleigh paddler Kira Kinsey gets across the line just down the road from where she grew up. And what about that? Danielle McKenzie may have held on for second place. Yes, she did. Tess Duberly. So 2 out of the top 3 from Victoria. Now at North Burleigh, Northcliffe and Manly. Maddie Spencer, Naomi Scott, Kirsty Higginson, they were all in the race at the end, but they didn't have the toe to get there. We had further down the page in Wellborn. She struggled after being on the leading wave.
Kira, congratulations on the great win.
Thank you.
Not a problem. There you go.
It's great having you guys, First National, as a sponsor. That was epic. Thank you. Definitely, I almost didn't get down that wave, and I would have been so bummed if I didn't, but finally got down it and I was like, ready. Yeah, it's pretty cold out there. It takes a bit out of you, but it's good.
Well, if it's cold for her, imagine for the Queenslanders and the rest of the competitors. Up into second place, a win for Kira Kinsey, but still behind Danielle McKenzie by just a solitary point. Dev Halligan, third place with a couple of rounds to go, so they're all chasing a win in the First National Real Estate overall board race series there.